People think that this is the crisis now. In reality, it's not. This is just the start of it.
Yeah.
The real crisis will start to emerge, will start to happen when Damascus battles become really tough and you will have millions of people just leaving.
It is now said that 1 in 10 people living in Lebanon is a refugee. This is a huge strain on the smallest of Syria's neighbours, and as thousands flee Syria, some refugees have little to greet them in terms of aid and assistance.
We saw the refugees living in self-made shelter. They had to scavenge the material, used cardboard to put on the walls. Seeing these families living in this poor condition gave me goosebumps. The small children, they have been living there for a few weeks.
The ops team at ShelterBox began planning the response back in August 2012. It has been a long and difficult process.
In Lebanon, there's a real concern with helping refugees become an established part of the population. It's something that has led to civil war in the past. And for that reason, the Lebanese government hasn't decided to set up refugee camps, which means that you have a huge number of people needing services which can only be provided in a very decentralized way. Dividing a consignment of 700 tents meant that we were able to get very good spread across the country. It also meant that we only focused on the absolutely most vulnerable people. But doing that obviously meant that we needed a huge amount of manpower.
Slowly but surely, with the help of 27 implementing partners, tents began to reach families.
Yes. We are putting up a tent for a family. The father has a physical disability. There are just huge numbers here. We are looking to send in as much as we can.
As the fighting continues, the need grows. And with the support of donors and partners, ShelterBox is able to work to seek out new avenues and bypass red tape to provide families with much needed shelter.
We met a family that received a ShelterBox tent a couple days before, and the family was so nice. They invited us into their new home. They made some coffee for us and they told us what it meant to get a ShelterBox, that it really made a difference. The mother, she just said, well, it's the first time after a few days I see my children smile again. Because, you know, they just have a good night of sleep and we can be together as a family here.
ShelterBox is using the money you raise to provide families like this with vital shelter. ShelterBox is committed to helping refugees fleeing the violence in Syria. The need is huge, and your support is greatly appreciated.